I'm now going to show you how to do this. And the one we had on the enrichment the other day, you could have actually worked it like this. I did have one of my honors kids work it like this. And I hadn't even showed them how to do it. So, in the first year of home prices were monitored by Brainerd County, the average price was $97,000. In the 6th year of monitoring, the average price was $109. So in the first year, I'm going to put a little first right there. So since it's in letters, a word. Okay, now it says write an equation for the total cost to be monitored to be your Y. So your Y is going to be your money. And then it says the year will be your X. So write that down. Your year will be your X. So now we're going to make a table. And remember, when we make a table, our X come first, our Y's come second. So that's why you have to read that bottom part and write what is your X and what is your Y. So in the first year, that would be 1 right there. 97,000 was the money. So you could set that up also so you don't confuse yourself. You could say this is my money and this is my years. And then it says in the 6th year, so that's going to go under my X. The average price was $109,000. Now I need to write that in slope-intercept form. What do I do when I have a table? Put it in your calculator. We're going to find our M, which when we put it in our calculator is our A, and we'll find our B. So everybody pick up your calculator. And in the left side, you'll put 1 and 6. And your right side, you'll put 97,000 and 109,000. Be very careful with the zeros. And then you're going to hit stack count 4, enter, 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 enter. So what was your slope?
2,400.
Perfect. 2,400. What was your y-intercept?
9,000. Wait,
94,000?
600.
Perfect. So I need to write that as an equation. So it's y equals, okay, remember our equations, y equals mx plus b. So we just put the m in the m and the b in the b. And there's my answer. So not hard. You just have to read to see what is your X and what is your Y so you know how to put it in the table. You're going to see the next one's going to add a little more. Once we get our equation, they're going to ask us to solve for a certain something. So we have a grocery store owner that sells canned hams for $8 each. So that's for one. For sale for $9.50, he sells $9.50 each month. If he sold canned hams for $10 each, he could sell $900 per month. And it says, determine the sales each month, Y. So Y is my months. Or our sales, whatever you want to call it. And X is your money. So in my X, I'm going to put a money sign. And you can put sales or months or cans whatever you want that will help you understand what needs to go in that other row. So, $8, how many cans can we sell for that month? 950. If we sell them for $10 each, how many sales would we have? 900. Now you've set up your problem. We are going to find our slope and our y-intercept. What is your slope? That's what? 405? Okay. What'd y'all get? Negative 25. Whew. Negative 25. And what did you get as your y-intercept? 1150? Perfect. It's 950 and 900.
Yeah, I see that.
So my slope-intercept equation is y equals negative 25x plus 1150. Now, they could totally do this. Use the equation to predict how many canned hams can be sold each month if the price is $7. So is the $7 my x or my y? Your x. So watch what I'm going to do. I want to know if we pay $7. So where my x is, we're going to put a 7 in. Because that's what we're going to do for money. And then I'm going to just write the normal problem. So the only thing I did is put, if we do them for $7, how much would it cost? So that is all I did. Now, in a normal calculator, we're going to put that right-hand side in. Negative 25 times 7 plus 1150. How many would we sell? How much? 975. So do you see if they ask you an amount, just throw it in to get your answer. Number 3. Suppose you had a 5-minute phone call cost $5.91 and a 10-minute call cost $10.86. Write a function that can be used to determine the cost y. So y is my cost. You can put a $sign, I don't care. And x is minutes. So I have minutes and cost, or you can put minutes and a $sign. I don't care, whatever you understand cost to mean. Okay, so if we talk 5 minutes, what's the cost?
$5.91.
Perfect, $5.91. If we talk 10 minutes, how much does it cost?
$10.86.
1086. We're just getting that from our words. Now we need to find our slope and our y-intercept. Stack out 4. Enter, 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 enter. There is one just like this on your test. They put one like this on the STAR test one year. So it's not hard. You just have to know what your X and what your Y. That means you just have to read. Okay? What's your slope? 99 cents. And your y-intercept? 96. So y equals 99x plus 96.96. So the next question says, how much would it cost for someone for 11 minutes? Where am I going to put that 11 in? In my x. So y equals, where my x is, I'm going to put 11. And then I just need to plug that in a normal calculator and figure out how much it costs. And how much would 11 minutes cost us?
11.85.
$11.85. You try number 4. Some people have already done it. Because y'all are rock stars. But if I'd have given you a problem like this, you'd have panicked, right? You'd have gone, ooh, I have no glue. But it's not hard. Make a table and stick it in. Careful, X has to go first. Make sure you know what your X is. Some of you have your numbers backwards. That's why we need to label. Okay, what is my x? Oh, we're so silent. What is my x? Degrees, or could we say temperature? Whichever one you want, right? Both of those are perfect. Whatever one makes it easier for you. Okay? And you could say chirps or minutes, whatever you want to say is my y. So we have temperature and chirps. So look at your labels and make sure you did that right. 68 degrees is 124 chirps. Do you see why we have to label? 80 degrees is 172. If you will label, you will not mess this up. X comes before Y, even in the alphabet. Got it? So if you need to sing to yourself, sing to yourself. Say, oh, which one goes first in my table? Okay, so my slope was what? 4, good. And my y-intercept is what? Negative 148. So y equals 4 times minus 148 minus 148. Uh-oh. This one's a little different. It says, how if we have 150 chirps? So where is my number going to go? The y or the x? What was your chirps? The y. So I'm actually going to keep my x right there, and I'm going to put 150 in my y. It's not always going to be your x, because x was temperature. That's another reason you need to label. Now, how on earth do I work something that looks like that? It's an equation. How do I solve it? Math up, enter. Enter, alpha, enter. So in E1, I'm going to have 150. In E2, I'm going to have 4x minus 148. And don't forget to hit enter, alpha, enter. Some of y'all, when y'all were doing that on the enrichment the other day, kept saying, I got 0. I got 0. It's because you forgot to hit alpha, enter. Or remember, you could hit graph, graph. We're doing math up, enter. Because we have an equation. And what is x? Yes, y'all can talk, it's okay. 74.5. That's why I never video on this, so I don't talk back to you. 74.5 degrees. So do you see where to put what? That's why you got to label. Not hard, but that's how you do it. And we're actually not, so we're supposed to do 9 of those, but there's only 4 in your notes, bro, so that's all we're doing. Got it? I think y'all are good. Anyway, you now have a nice blank paper on the next one. So that should be more problems, but oh well, have no clue where they went. Okay, so what's gonna happen now? You're gonna go to Clever. Go grab a phone book. You're gonna go to Clever. You're gonna hit my little math app. And you're gonna click IXL. You should see write a linear equation from a graph. That's what you're doing. So it's going to be just like your exemplar you just did. Okay? So that's what you're practicing on. You're going into Clever. Clever, my app, go to IXL. Clever, my app, go to IXL. And it should say, write a linear equation from a graph. I know your science people have a lot in there too. Okay, what it should say, or higher before you can be done with this activity. Understand? Some of you will finish faster than others. If you finish, some of you need to finish yesterday's work. Got it? Go.